It all begins with a simple notification, a promise of easy money. Lucas doesn't hesitate, he clicks. The money is his. Finally, freedom, or at least that's what he thinks. He can buy what he wants, live how he wants. A luxury apartment, a symbol of his success. A vacation, the taste of a life without limits. But freedom built on borrowed time is an illusion. Spending becomes effortless until the first payment is due. A small payment, nothing serious, right? Then another, and suddenly, it's overwhelming. Lucas tells himself it's fine, he can handle it. But the debt isn't shrinking, it's growing. He takes another loan, just a little more time. Then another. The cycle begins. No matter how much he pays, the numbers keep rising. And then, the unthinkable happens. He loses his job. Without income, there's no way out. Late fees, interest, penalties, the debt tightens around his throat. Lucas realizes he's working for the debt, not himself. He's not living, he's surviving. The final warning comes: pay or lose everything. Lucas has a choice: keep running or fight back. Enough is enough. He stops borrowing. He takes control. The road to freedom is painful, but it's the only way. He works harder, spends less, pays off one debt at a time. The debt begins to shrink, slowly but surely. Months turn into years. He stays disciplined. Then, one day, the final payment. For the first time in years, he is free. Lucas stands on the rooftop staring at the city. For the first time, he feels lighter. No more debts, no more chains, just the future ahead of him. He sits at his desk, writing down a new plan, this time for himself. He learned a painful lesson, but now he controls his own life. He looks at his reflection. The man he sees is different now. He opens his laptop, not to borrow, but to build. He will never let debt own him again. True wealth isn't about having more. It's about needing less. He was a prisoner. Now he is free. And freedom is priceless. The best investment? Learning how to never fall into the trap again. If you like this video, hit like, it's free. I promise. Don't forget to subscribe, or YouTube might ghost you. And ring the bell, so you don't miss out like an investor who forgot to check the market. So, you've seen Lucas's story, right? A living example of someone who thought, I don't have money, but hey, I can afford the monthly payments. Lucas believed that loans meant reaching his dreams, but what he actually got was a mountain of debt, endless stress, and a bunch of terrifying messages from the bank. Lesson number 1. Taking a loan is like signing up for a gym membership. At first, you're excited, motivated, thinking, I got this. But 2 months later, your knees hurt, your dumbbells are collecting dust, and your loan is sitting on your back like a 200 kilograms weight. Lesson number 2. Taking a loan is like inviting a guest you don't want. At first, you think, just 2 small payments, no big deal. But weeks later, you realize this guest isn't leaving, and every day, they cost you more and more. Lesson number 3. Bad debt is like a toothache. At first, you ignore it, take a painkiller, and tell yourself, it'll be fine, it'll go away on its own. Then one night, you wake up in pain, go to the dentist, and boom, you're broke, your tooth is gone, and the pain is still there. Yep, that's exactly how bad loans work. Lesson number 4. Taking a loan is like getting into a toxic relationship. At first, the bank smiles at you, treats you well, gives you everything you need. But a few months later, they start calling, texting, demanding money, and suddenly, your phone is scarier than a horror movie. And in the end, you either run away or cry while paying your bills. Lesson number 5. Bad debt is like a bad diet. At first, you think, a little junk food won't hurt, right? Then, 6 months later, you're out of shape. Your doctor is telling you to go on a diet, and none of your old clothes fit anymore. Loans work the same way. By the time you realize it, your small debt has turned into a financial disaster. And most importantly, if you absolutely have to take a loan, make sure it's one that makes you money, not one that buries you in debt. Because if you're not careful, you'll end up drowning in payments while an unknown number keeps calling you every day saying, "Your payment is overdue, lies."